Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Johanna. Today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks of how to improve your headstand. So if you do have any specific problems with your headstands or things that you'd like to improve, we're going to target those things specifically today, and I'm going to give you some ideas of how to solve some problems that you may or may not have. If you do enjoy my videos, you're more than welcome to like, comment what you'd like to see more of, share them with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more acro and yoga input. First of all, if you've never done any inversion training before, you may or may not feel like you first want to build up body tension or simply improve some special strength skills. I've created a workout targeting exactly this body tension and specific inversion strength that you need. I'll put you the link in the description box. This might help before you're even starting to do any inversion training. You can either do it each time before you go for headstand training or forearm stand, whatever your choice is, or you can take like a month and do the preparation training and then go into the inversion. But it really doesn't matter, it's totally up to you, and maybe you've already got all the body tension and strength that it needs. The second tip that I have for you is to not forget your arms and shoulder strength, because even for a headstand, it's relevant. I know it seems like you're standing on your head and your arms are just there, but they're kind of not. So I personally like headstands the best when all the weight is on my arms. So I'm building a triangle with my hands and my elbows, like this, and put all the weight on my arms so that my head doesn't have to carry all the weight, because I personally get hurt. Maybe it's different with everybody. But the arms are of course way stronger than the neck, so it is way easier to balance yourself out with your arms instead of the neck. This is one very good tip that I have for you.
To strengthen your arms and shoulders for inversions, I recommend down dog dips in different styles. The overall body posture during the down dog dips resembles the position that you'd have in a headstand or forearm stand, which is why we're doing it. We're going to start off with a wide grip variation. In this variation, you're simply pulling your elbows out to get down and push them back in to get up. Try to keep the rest of your body in line all the time. For the next kind of down dog dips, you might want to step in a little closer with your feet to your hands to get a better starting position. This time we're also keeping our elbows closer to the rest of the body, means you're trying to point to your feet with your elbows. This adds a bit more challenge to the exercise, and most of all allows you to incorporate your shoulders. And the last variations that can help you prepare and strengthen your arms and shoulders for your headstand and forearm stand are these kind of down dog dips. You're going from the down dog pose into a forearm stand pose with your feet on the ground. If you want more challenge, try to hold your elbows the 1/10 of an inch above the ground as you're doing this.
The third thing I recommend for headstand or any kind of inversion training is stretching. It can help you a lot getting into the poses easier. So for example, when you're doing a headstand and you're flexible and you're able to put your feet beneath your hands, it's going to be way easier to get your feet off the ground. If, however, the way between your feet and your head is really far, it's going to take a lot more strength and fighting to get up. So a simple stretching can help, as weird as it sounds, but it really does.
Place your feet more than shoulder width apart on the ground and then start piking your upper body. It's very crucial at this point to keep your lower back nicely arched and long. Keeping your head up can help you not to hunch. And if you seem to find this exercise helpful, you can also grab one leg at a time and pull your upper body really close to that leg and then switch or try different positions with your legs.
Thing that I can recommend is using some kind of a feet up chair or any kind of yoga chair trainer where you can practice shoulder stands. The disadvantage on that one is the obvious that your arms don't have to do anything, but that's at the same time the advantage of it, because maybe your arms are already tired and you really want to work on your core strength and leg strength in the headstand, or even on that overall feeling of balance and being in a balance point. So that can help a lot. And if you're finding that this is helping and you need more core and leg strength and balance, you can also use small ankle weights on that feet up trainer until you feel ready to go back into headstand training, so that the rest of your body is already super strong and you know where your balance is, and then you only have to work on your arms at the end.
To strengthen your core and legs for the press movement, you can split the press into different parts. I'm starting from the ground and lifting my legs only up into a straddle shoulder stand. If you're able to repeat this a few times as a slow and controlled movement, you should be fine to start the actual headstand. If, however, you're still not happy, you can, like I did in this short clip, use ankle weights to strengthen your body a little bit more and make the headstand easier in the end. And finally, we can put all the parts together and press all the way up and down. And when you're finally trying to do the actual headstand, maybe try to lift one leg at a time at first. And once you're getting comfortable with this, try to lift your feet off the ground just a little bit and a little bit higher each time. And also practice the same small baby steps from the straddle headstand down again. And in no time you're going to be able to do half a press from the floor to the straddle headstand. And of course you can also practice the upper part, meaning from the straddle headstand to the closed straight headstand. And before you know it, you can do an entire beautiful headstand press.
More things that can help improve your headstand are compression and decompression. The compression and decompression work can really help you improve your headstand. since I'm suggesting using the straddle entrance, which is basically a press. And I think that this is really useful because if you can control the movement between compressing, meaning pulling your legs down on the ground if you're in the headstand, or decompressing means pulling your legs up again, then you're in control of the entire headstand basically.
To build your compression strength, a very basic exercise is to simply sit in a straddle sit, put your hands on the floor, and then lift your legs up. If you're finding it too intense, you can also put your hands behind your body and lift your legs up in the front like you see me doing in the clip. And if you wish to have a higher intensity, you can place your hands further in the front. You can also practice decompression in the exact same position. If you're finding it hard to sit on the floor in a straddle pose, you can sit on a yoga block or a nice pillow instead. Keep your lower back nicely long and arched. You don't have to go too low, only go as low as you can do in a controlled way. Another good thing that simply comes with this is that you're gaining flexibility, so at some point after practicing on a yoga block, you're probably gonna be able to sit on the floor easily. This exercise is actually really great and versatile. It can also be used for active stretching. At some point, you might even need yoga blocks under your feet because you get so flexible.
And we're gonna stay in the straddle headstand for a bit because I have another tip. And it's the tic-tocs, meaning you're dipping down with each leg in turn in a split position. You don't have to reach the ground, and you can of course again also use a yoga stool thing like a feet up trainer, you know what I mean, these shoulder standing things.
This is an example of how tic-tocs would look like in a headstand pose on the floor. You simply dip down each leg and turn. And here you can see the same tic-toc movement on a feet-up chair.
Time to go all the way up. Now we're in a straight headstand. And there's again different things that you can do to improve your straight headstand. And one of the things is the corkscrew. You're twisting your body and doing twisty movements like a corkscrew.
Push your arms firmly into the floor and imagine through the twisting movements of your body, you're growing yourself till you touch the ceiling. And this is how it would look like on some yoga stool or feet up trainer or whatever shoulder stand thing you're using.
The next tip that I got for you might be a bit more advanced, but like I said, you can do most of the exercises also on a feet up trainer before you're doing it in an actual headstand. So maybe you can give it a try. And it's bending and arching your back in turn. That is strengthening the back and the front side of your core.
This clip is showing the bending and arching of the back in a headstand pose. If you want a bigger range of motion for the arch in your back, you can place the inside of your hands on the floor, like in a forearm stand. This is giving you a better range. And this this is how the arching and bending exercise looks like on a feet-up trainer. I used the ankle weights in this clip again, but of course you're absolutely free to do whatever you want. I tried piling up some yoga blocks for using them instead of any kind of a shoulder stand trainer, but it didn't really comply to the requirements at all. Like, it didn't make things easier in any kind of way. It just felt really wobbly, and I'm sorry, but I cannot recommend this.
Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe you learned one thing or the other. And I hope to see you again soon.